Well, okay, but you know, I didn't write it in order to get it published. That wasn't the purpose. I wasn't interested in getting it published. I didn't write it because I thought anybody would want to read it necessarily. I wrote it out of the passion of the moment and because I felt that it suddenly came to me and I could really release myself into it and it was there. That was what mattered. And so, but then I did say to myself, well, why don't I write a memoir about that whole period in my life? So I set about doing that. And I wrote something which had some good things in it, which I still have in my files. And I thought, man, I could work on this some more, and it would be pretty good. But because I'm not really particularly fond of the idea of writing a memoir about myself, or writing about my life, or where I came from, or anything, I sort of didn't really pursue it very much, and then put it aside. So I'll just finish with this. Sent me an email from Urbana, Champaign-Urbana, where he's a professor, saying, are you the Peter Rand who was in the Zanzibar Revolution? And so I sent it back. I had to say yes, because it was true, and I said, yes, I am. I didn't know why he was asking me this, and I wasn't sure I was very happy about it, because as you know, I had very mixed feelings about my whole comportment during the Zanzibar Revolution. And he said, well, I'd like to talk to you, because the 50th anniversary of the Zanzibar Revolution is coming up, and they're going to be publishing a book, and I've got a chapter in it about Zanzibar and the reporters. And that was when I thought, well, I have this piece that I wrote. Let me take a look at that. And I did. And I thought, this piece stands on its own, and it is valuable, because it's about a situation which is of historical importance. I didn't realize, of course, because he hadn't told me this, but I said, oh, hey, this is of historical importance. And I was, for reasons beyond my control, important in it. So I thought, and I've got to tell the story, and I've got to let the story out. People have to see it. I mean, I have to let it go. So I called Joanne, and Joanne had been publishing, she published two of my books. I'm very proud of this, because she's my e-publisher, and she embarked as an e-publisher with these two books. And I said, I've got this piece on Zanzibar, and so I want you to see if you'd be interested in publishing it. And she looked at it. She liked it a lot, but she had some issues, and she raised them right away, being a good editor. And one of them was, well, the only thing in this that I don't see is why is it important to you personally? Am I right about that? I think I am, Joanne, and I believe that's what you said anyway. So I went back and I looked at it, and that was when I discovered why it was important to me. And that is that's what completes it. I realized that it was a coming of age experience. And not only was it a coming of age experience, I had a couple of other experiences while coming of age in it that were very important. And one was the discovery that I had nothing to be ashamed of in my comportment in this situation, looking back on it. Certainly the time wouldn't take care of by itself. And the other thing was that I did have this experience, this I think really, really significant experience of having a vision of what the world would be like if I were dead, not in it. And that, to me, also was important for me to recognize in that piece. So that's how it came to be. So it wasn't consciously written in novella form, but I like the novella form. And I think that when you have a certain experience that matters, no matter what it is, if the form, if that's the form that it takes for itself, that's where it should be. And I don't think you need to elaborate beyond that. I think that it is fine. I mean, it doesn't need all that extra other stuff that I wrote around it. It doesn't need to be a book-length memoir about being a youth kind of roaming around. That's not important. But this form is perfect, I think, for a contained experience like that. So anyway, that was my experience writing it and how I came to it.
Good. Well, thank you.
Yeah.